The third adult learner characteristic that can sometimes cause a screen to go up is the learned emotional framework. If you think about this and kind of just let your head say, gee, what would that person be coming to my training putting up a screen about? It has a lot to do with the values that this person has, the attitudes that this person has come into this learning setting with, and cultural influences that they have grown up with that can sometimes stand in the way of what you are talking about. They may have some cultural kinds of things that say, I've always done it this way and this is how I believe to be true. And so you have to be able to think of ways to allow them to set that screen aside for a while so that they can take in what they have and maybe find out that it doesn't conflict with a cultural thing that is very important to them, or that it can maybe even alter their attitude, something that they've thought about and now they're thinking about it in a new and different way. The other item with the person that is coming in with a learned emotional framework is that they may have had some very poor past learning experiences. Often in school, their school experience was a very bad experience for them. And so as an adult, they have no desire to come and sit in a kind of a classroom situation and have a teacher up front talking to them, telling them what they should do. Again, knowing about that screen is going to allow us to set our training up differently so that it doesn't feel like a classroom, that we don't seem like that sort of dictatorial teacher that's there to tell them what to do, but more we're inviting and we're facilitating their learning, inviting them in to learn some new ways of thinking about things coming from their perspective. When you can do that for that person, this screen tends to get moved aside, at least for a while, so that they can take in the information. So a few strategies to think about when you're dealing with the person with the learned emotional framework feeling that they're coming in with is that, number one, you want to make your learning environment very non-threatening. It's not going to be set up like a classroom that they used to go to that was very uncomfortable for them. The other thing is you're going to do activities and provide experiences for them that are going to be inviting and very non-threatening. And as a trainer, you already know some of those things, but we're going to go into some more detail as you go through this module so that you learn what you can do so that this isn't threatening for them. The other thing is that you want to give them some choices. That's something that they probably didn't have in past learning experiences, was choices. Sometimes they don't want to participate for whatever reason. And so you allow them that choice not to participate. Maybe they just have to observe, and then later they can share with the group some things they observed other people doing, and that is going to be far more comfortable for them, especially at first. Eventually, when they're comfortable with this learning situation and they find out it's nothing like they used to have, then they're going to be willing to be much more a part of that. So you want to keep that in mind. And so what you're after here for the learned emotional framework person is that they're in a different kind of learning setting. It's open, it's accommodating, and they're going to have some early successes that allow them to want to continue to keep the screen down and the learning going in.